Hey you guys, I'm here today to say goodbye to the PS Vita. Sony announced earlier in the year that they were going to stop giving out PS Vita games through PlayStation Plus. Starting March of 2019 would be the last time you could receive games through PlayStation Plus. The same with the PS3. And then just yesterday, they announced that they are going to stop physical production of physical PS Vita cartridges. So no more PS Vita games. They'll still be able to be purchased through the PlayStation storefront, but no longer will companies be able to release physical titles. And this is pretty much the death of the PS Vita. Even though it was dead a long time ago, it never gained a foothold. It had such promising features. It's a beautiful system. It's a little bulky, but the whole idea of it with the cool, unique touchpad, which was never really utilized, it was just shoehorned into a few games. The fact that you could play pretty much any PS4 game remotely. The graphics on this were beautiful, so it was console games on the go. And there were some decent titles for the system, but that's probably where the biggest misstep for the PS Vita came out, was the games for the system. I do want to talk about some highlights. I do really only have one memorable game that I'll always remember the Vita for, even though now there's a port on another system for it. But let me go through a few games that I thought were really good on it. Yes, that's right. FIFA Soccer, which is released on a bunch of different games. You'll see there's no year on this. I'm assuming this would have been... The system came out at the end of 2012, so let's call this FIFA 13. It was the first FIFA game on the Vita. I'm not sure about later ones. The only reason I'm putting it on here is because you could take shots on the net, and to aim, you would actually touch the touchpad on the back. So you would aim where in the corner of the net you would want. And it actually felt quite intuitive. It was a lot of fun. Graphics were decent. Again, it's just a FIFA game, but it was a unique version of FIFA for that year. Next, we have here one of the greatest 2D platformers, Rayman Legends. Now, this is available, again, on a bunch of systems. You can get it on the Wii U, on the PS4, on the PS3, I believe, as well as the 360 Xbox One. Now even on the Switch. This is the first version I played, so it does mean a little bit more to me, the Vita version. It's just like the other ones. It has the touch levels that were first originally exclusive to the Wii U. It runs beautifully on here, just like all the other systems. A great game. Play it on any system you could get your hands on. It's relatively cheap for any system right now. Next, we have an exclusive for the system, which came out at launch, which was Uncharted Golden Abyss. And there was a lot of talk about this game. Unfortunately, it did not live up to the hype. It was not made by Naughty Dog. As you can see, it was made by Ben Studio. And it's rated T, unlike the other games, which I believe are rated mature. It looked like Uncharted. Graphics-wise, it looked beautiful. Decent story. But a lot of gimmicky and shoehorned ideas, like to walk up a rope, you had to use the touchpad, and it just didn't feel right. You had to, like you're pulling the rope. And I know you had to bring your Vita up to the light for certain puzzles and stuff. And overall, it was just a forgettable game compared to the other Uncharted games. But definitely my favorite Vita game of all time, and it's still great to this day, is the amazing Tearaway. This game is awesome. It has this arts and crafts type of feel. It actually feels like Nintendo made a game for the Vita. And unlike Uncharted Abyss, where it just shoehorned the features of the Vita into the game, this game actually used the unique features of the Vita perfectly. Throughout the game, you are actually in it. You are constantly shown as the sun. So the front-facing camera will show your face real time. As well, there was platforms that you would make come out by, again, using the touchpad in the back. They had the motion, the gyro in the system where you can roll the character around. So very, very cool features that were well realized. A great little story, great graphics, and overall just an extremely charming game. It's by Media Molecule, the people that made Little Big Planet, so they know charming. This later was ported over to the PS4. The PS4 version has a few more extras, but doesn't feel as unique and as great as this game because it doesn't have the whole in your hand feel. It uses the PS4's DualShock 4 instead, which is, it's still a great game, but this is definitely the definitive edition. And if you ever find a Vita for cheap, I wouldn't say go out and buy a Vita just for this game, but if you do find one maybe in a garage sale or for cheap, it's worth it to play this game. That's for sure. I will miss the PS Vita. I had high hopes for it. I got it at launch, played it quite a bit, but unfortunately it never lived up to the hype. And there was no real must-have games other than those decent games I just showed and Tearaway itself. But that's it for today. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and comment below. And please subscribe. And, as always, game on.